Hello, I'm Trevor Alonso, and this is my non-spoiler review of Avengers Endgame. Okay, I can't really talk about the plot, because if I talk about the plot or the outline of it, it's a huge spoiler. If I talk about the beginning, that's a spoiler. Everything about this movie is a spoiler, so I'm not gonna really talk about what happens or anything to remotely say the plot of the movie. I will have a spoiler review later, and this is for people who haven't seen the movie yet. Yes, I know, now the movie has made over $2 billion. It has definitely beat Titanic in the highest box office. I think on Sunday it was like right on the edge, or actually beat it depending what chart you looked at. Now it definitely beat it. So look out, Avatar. Endgame is coming right for you. So needless to say, a lot of people have seen this, but there's still a lot of people who have not. There are people who have families. There are people who have work. I have a family. I didn't get to go see it until its second weekend. There are other people out there who won't be able to see it until later on. Or it might be their summer movie, so they might not see it for another few weeks. So please, still, don't spoil the movie for people. Or if you start talking about it, say, have you seen it first? Be polite. This movie is 3 hours long. Or to be exact, 3 hours and 2 minutes long. So I suggest you use the restroom right before going to see it, or right before it starts. I did think to myself, as trailers were playing, like, this is making the movie longer, or this is making my time here longer. I just want to get to the movie. That doesn't mean I hated the trailers playing before it. It just means for a long movie, I would like it just to be the movie. Also, I would like if they brought back intermissions for really long movies like this. That would have been nice. This movie is really good. There's a lot of information in it, but it's done well. The action scenes are really good. They're really great. The CGI looks amazing. The effects look great. I don't want to give too much away. That's why this is so vague. The movie really doesn't slow down at all. Even the parts that are sort of slow, they're not slow scenes. They're very informational. They're very keep moving. There hasn't been another franchise that's ever done this. Now, James Bond has done a huge franchise. They kept continuity for a long time, and then they kind of just rebooted. But they never had to build up to a huge ending. There hasn't been another franchise that's had 10 and 11 years build up to a huge movie where everything weaves together. Universal Monsters, they had crossovers, but they didn't have a huge movie where they all cross each other. Though they're trying it, and it keeps failing every time. DC has tried, and it seems like they keep trying to jump steps. They keep trying to skip ahead to a big movie, or skip ahead to something that is like Marvel. That's not to say I hate DC. I love DC just as much as I love Marvel. Yes, you can like both. And who knows, maybe someday DC can do this. But on the track they're on right now, I don't see them competing on this level right now. I really do think that DC can make a really good movie, but they keep jumping the gun, or they keep going off the plan they're on. Lately, they're on a good track, and it looks good. A lot of movies that are about to come out look really well, look good. Star Wars is a big franchise. They don't really do a whole universe in the movies. They sort of branched out a couple of places, but seems to be like Star Wars movies kind of circle around the Skywalkers, unlike the MCU where it branches out to everywhere. Even Guardians of the Galaxy, it goes all over the world. So there's a huge difference there. And I do love Star Wars. I'm not picking on any franchises. I love James Bond, I love Star Wars, I love DC, I love Universal Monsters, but not their stuff lately. I'm just saying, on this level, Marvel has it. The MCU is a huge build-up to this, and it pays off. I can't really think of what to compare this to. This movie is very emotional. If you thought Infinity War was emotional, then this movie says, hold my beer, and this gets even more emotional. And it's done well. In the 90s, if you were to tell somebody I cried or teared up at a superhero movie, they would laugh at you. But this is really done well, which again goes back to the building up. You know these characters. They made you love these characters. There was a time when I watched one of the Marvel movies and somebody said to me, who's that character supposed to be? And I would say blah blah blah. And they would be like, oh, okay, well, probably never gonna see that person again, or we might see them in Avengers whenever they make it. And now they have emotional scenes where the same people are like, holy crap, that happened, or this happened. Again, I'm being very vague because I don't want to give away spoilers. This really is a big achievement in film. And if you think they gave away stuff in the trailers, nope. Even the stuff that's in the trailers, extremely vague, and they stuck to their guns about 15 minutes. And what I mean by that, they said they were only releasing 15 minutes in total for the trailers, or to use for the trailers. And man, did they stick to their guns. So if you think you saw something big and huge and like, alright, that's gonna be the end, or blah blah blah, or this is that, or this is this, or aha, I know exactly what's gonna happen. Nope. Some of my theories I was right, and some of them I was wrong. I'm not gonna say, and to tell you the truth, that's for any fan. There was a lot of people I talked to who said they guessed this or that, and they were wrong. Or someone else guessed this and this and that, and all of it was right, except it went in a different way than they thought. So there's no real right guessing here. And if you guessed the entire movie completely and you're like, I figured it out, well, good for you. I hope you still enjoyed the movie. This movie is very emotional, and I said that already. It's extremely good. It may be my new favorite movie. Some of these things they did that they copied from the comics, they did better than in the comic. That's not to say the comic is bad, it's just to say that when it went to film, they found a way to do it better. I'm going to talk about the box office a little bit more. There is a good chance that it can beat Avatar at the #1 grossing movie of all time. A lot of people think it's a completely done deal, but pretty much every weekend or every other weekend coming up is going to have like a huge property or a huge opening. Not compared to Endgame level, but definitely big enough in certain areas. Like Detective Pikachu is coming out. I'm not a Pokemon fan, but there are a lot of Pokemon fans. The biggest place I think it's gonna affect is the Asian market. And the reason I say that is because last year when Infinity War was out, the first movie to beat it anywhere, I believe, was in China, and it was an anime movie that came out. So over there, that market is different. Over here, it might not do well, or it might do well enough. It might be #2, it might be #1. I'm not gonna say it's only gonna be #2. It could be Avengers. We'll definitely see it's its first competition. That doesn't mean it's gonna beat it badly. No, it just means it's gonna beat it, but with a strong, close finish. Because some people who are Pokemon fans are also Avenger fans. And then you got those people who don't care about Avengers but like Pokemon. That's fine. So if we're going to see like a first competition, it's definitely this weekend. Even if it loses out this weekend to #1, could the Avenger in-game still beat Avatar? Yes, I believe it can. On the worldwide market, right now it still could beat Avatar. Maybe not in a weekend. Maybe it might take a few weeks, but it can definitely still beat Avatar. But then again, who knows? It might just stay in second. It has a close finish. It's definitely in a good contender to beat it. Heck, it might even beat it by a couple of dollars. And that'll be kind of funny. I do kind of wonder if James Cameron is out there thinking, oh boy, yeah, because Titanic and Avatar were both James Cameron movies. And he did make a quote not too long ago about hoping that this whole superhero thing ends soon. Which is kind of ironic since he wrote an early draft of Spider-Man, and they used a lot of his ideas for the first Sam Raimi Spider-Man. Who knows? Maybe whenever Avatar 2, 3, and 4, whenever those finally come out, they beat Endgame. I know they're making them. I forgot what stage they're in on making them. They're definitely in early pre-production. I'm not sure if the scripts are done or where they're at. Disney now owns the top 5 highest grossing movies. Avatar, Endgame, Titanic, Force Awakens, Infinity War. All 5 are now owned by Disney. Yes, I know they're either Marvel or Fox movies or Star Wars, but they're all owned by Disney. I get they don't say Disney directly on it. So either way, Disney wins. Okay, so I give Avengers Endgame 10 out of 10 comic books. Go see it. And please, if you comment in the comment section, no spoilers. There are still plenty of people who haven't seen it.